Is it safe to travel to Morocco, especially for women? So if you are new to this channel, please welcome. You are in the right place if you are interested in topics regarding digital nomad lifestyle, digital entrepreneurship, and travel. The short answer is yes. Of course, Morocco is safe. Tourism is a huge and very important part of the Moroccan economy, with over 13 million visitors generating over $4 billion in revenue each year. So because tourism is so important for Morocco, they have a lot of measures to protect tourists. But I am still going to give you a few tips you should know about traveling to Morocco, especially as a solo female traveler. Now, let me give you a little bit of background. I am originally from Morocco. I was born there, but I didn't grow up there. I actually grew up in Belgium, so I'm not familiar with Morocco as someone who has lived there all their life. But I've been visiting there every summer when I was a kid, and I recently spent 6 months in Morocco all alone. The first thing I would say to you if you are planning to travel to Morocco is to learn the culture and customs before you travel. Morocco is a Muslim country, which means you need to respect their custom. It's important to dress appropriately. You don't want to show too much cleavage because you don't want to attract attention. If you are wandering in the Medina and you want to do some shopping, it's totally fine. I highly recommend to travel in groups. If you are not in groups, then hire a local guide, somebody that can vouch for you, because this is a real thing. There are people who are going to be annoying you to buy their stuff. That's how it works out there. It's very annoying for foreigners, but it is the way it is. So in order to protect yourself, go with some people, or if you go alone, just know that Moroccans, especially in the Medina, don't have any notion of personal space. They'll be touching you. They'll be like, come here, we have this, come, we have a good price for you. But I just want to warn you, this is one of the things you want to keep in mind from the vendors, but also the beggars, and also women. You are going to be catcalled. It is like super annoying. I actually hate that, but it happens a lot in Morocco. Just ignore it. If somebody really disrespects your space and you feel unsafe, then you can scream and call the police. Please note that most locals are very nice and they'll be helping you out. Next thing you want to be careful is the pickpockets. Pickpockets is a real thing in Morocco, so make sure you hide your valuable. Don't bring out everything with you. Do not pull out a big stash of money. When I traveled to Morocco, I carried my fanny pack underneath my clothes, and whenever I needed something, I would just pull out whatever I needed. I did vlog in Morocco. I've done over 12 videos you can find on my channel, but every time I did vlog, I always went with my brother or someone who could keep an eye on my camera. I wouldn't vlog by myself in the middle of the city because I have expensive equipment, but I did get followed many times in Morocco, especially in Casablanca. I made a whole video about Casablanca on why I didn't like this city, and you can find it right here. Outside of Casablanca, I've had honestly no problem anywhere, as long as you use your common sense. Talking about common sense, don't walk alone by yourself at night. I wouldn't walk alone at night by myself. Like, who does that? Well, I know a lot of people do that, but if I'm at night, I will always be surrounded by people, or I just don't go out. If you must take the taxi and you don't want to be cramped with other people, because in Morocco that's how they do, they taxi take many people all at once. But if you don't want to be in a taxi, you can get a ride with this app called Careem. It's a little bit like Uber, but just so you know, there's a lot of competition with local taxis and Careem. Careem drivers most likely won't drop you off in airports and in train station. They might drop you off a block away because they're kind of fearing to be attacked by other taxis. It happened to me all the time. I had to sit in front and I could never be dropped up right in front of the station. But I felt a lot more safe with using the app Careem because I didn't have to make an exchange of cash. Everything was through the app. They picked me up wherever I needed and they dropped me off exactly where I needed to go. So that worked perfectly for me. Just know it's a little bit more expensive than the regular taxi, but in my opinion, a lot more worth it. Overall in Morocco, I had no problem. I've walked alone a lot. I've took the bus and train alone a lot, and nothing ever happened to me, but I'm very aware of my surrounding at all time. I also speak the language. I understand the culture. So for me, I'm not really a target. And my last tip for you, which this one is really important, avoid PDA, public display of affection. Please protect yourself. Do not do any PDA in public, especially for the LGBTQ. So Do not kiss, French kiss, make out on the corner of the Medina. This can be really dangerous. I would never recommend it. So anyway, all that to say that it is a very beautiful country, but you need to learn the custom before you travel. If you have any questions about Morocco, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Also, you can leave your questions in my Facebook group and I will leave the link down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video next week. Bye bye from Phoenix, Arizona.